Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, AfriCell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, AfriCell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
It's an amazing offer. AfriCell mobile money just got way better. The threshold for cash in and cash out on your AfriMoney has been increased.
Where it used to be $10,000 per transaction, now it has been increased to $30,000. Meaning, your AfriMoney account, you can now withdraw and deposit up to $30,000 at once.
Cashing in and out just got 3 times easier. For more info, call 777.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or upcountry routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221-1668.
Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Looking for the perfect home away from home in the Gambia? Welcome to BC's Residence, your ideal short-stay apartment in the heart of Bundung. Whether you're visiting for business, pleasure, or an extended stay, BC's Residence offers you the comfort, convenience, and privacy you deserve. Enjoy spacious, well-appointed accommodations in a peaceful neighborhood just behind Nusrat High School. Our residence combines modern amenities with authentic Gambian hospitality, ensuring your stay is both comfortable and memorable. At BC's Residence, you are not just booking a room, you're finding your perfect base to explore all that the Gambia has to offer. Ready to book your stay? Contact us today. +220-941414 bcsresidence@gmail.com. BC's Residence, Bundung, behind Nusrat High School. Your comfort is our priority.
ala baraka bake atal benga ker fato jibe programme o men kanale même politique kacati men kanale talata fele murtanam bi fanam pour kana programme o nyin kadi yalla ko teke men yalan ko wollem jibir lalde kal tentu kal jayi mi yalan ko wolle kan jibe live adim programme ko la men yalan ko wolle kan jibe kal be tentu kal jayi men yalan ko wolle ka commandro ke programme o nyin do kal tentu kal jayi men fana yalan ko hamo ka traje pour ka commandro ke boka du no line o nyin do man kan ngani yodi lafta pour natal be dia mo altel be yalla contribution o programme o nyindo wonyama kal tentu ko deke kal jayi ka fale ko men kasi programme kundo omo Ibrahima Geralde bi fanam a fele murtanan programme o nyindo ko deke men yalan ko wala bam fi wala bam fi follow omo Hon.Lamin Ceesay mi yalan ko wala Kiang wesa la député o nyindi ka faya baraka bake ala hajul bula nyamen pour ka kafum fi programme o nyindo be jikirim fanam ko men yalan ko wala president wala yamar lati fondinke wala karola Lamin ke Saidy ko askeno janembe findi la studio nyin kono abe kafulam fi programme o nyindo le bari kamunta santem folo Hon.Lamin Ceesay wala ben fi ka fay ko deke ay baraka anara programme o nyindo nyame mbabula la woto anen jibir la le nyo konto anen wo nyama fang akamunta si kacha damuta anen tara domandinke be lainol fana yella tel me yalon kalbe jibir wala pral si contribution wala antumal si commandro keno programme o nyindo kal tentu wato bela alga commandro menge programme o nyindo wala tan be sirin jam ben yata be sirin jam mo bokan jibir rom akamunta ta keno la alla contribution commandro laning akamunta ka programme o jibe nyame fennam mi yalon ko ka dianya bake Honorable abaraka bake ka fudan fi programme o nyame on Politic Kaacha.
Ibrahim abaraka bake for the invitation pour kana ka nim banko mole Kaacha alla programme la mingira Politic Kaacha and fanan content bake to be here pour ka lanno ni jiko soto pour kan samana nim banko mole Kaacha banko politiko la kola and be mo be tentula jiber lal be dawda particularly citizens of Kia West. I'm very much happy to be here pour ka Politic Kaacha Bangkok.
Great, baraka in other program or nyame gala kamunda ila last protest mi yalon ko ye waleke benum Westfield but ila present nyinga mandi ay monyo député o dol finte tanana pour ka diamo ko nyine ko ye député bu ngom balundile ye doyale an honorable member man nyaka tarawo ben sifa nyinto je this time around nakamunda they went out but we haven't seen you for ila kuma kangol nyingi discourage la demanding to participate in such events.
No, what watente stop nola and this time around fana mfintital
Okay.
again because lumme be mutakang o international assembly le on Friday so janin juma salo but kabirum bota je drong so natata kairabale
Okay.
to meet the boys mbeje for sukuta bota je so Saturday ntara Kiang dara activity la na constituency kan
Okay.
so Sunday fana mbeje le fo wularo nata boje and nin commissioner conversation I went up to commissioner's office pour ntara fo commissioner office odo na be sirinje na kachata fo nin kewla kuwala anin ka kachake pour abe bulala nyame mbota je fana kunum fana kabiri samba court I was at the court too.
Great.
That court
So,
le pour kaje ko ye funding ko ni
So
free.
how do you take the criticisms from Ilamonyo members at the assembly, especially many alanko the ruling party, wale alliance members, many alanko ye kila present criticize at Westfield all the time?
Ndaje ko political le mudrong ila criticism mo politicality and fana maybe probably is it all they criticize me kajente ko maybe is my lack of understanding of my role as a member of parliament kommente bunda so dolen se ko wosi damento se diam man se damento
Okay.
but nte fe ndela miroto the situation o mayem fintindi wo tambita wolale that has gone way beyond kafoko bita deputy bungol to damme diamu because ni konte luale tinya membe ko Public Orders Act me ay tandi ko e nyanta pamitolo so la janiye finte protest nte me itandi le wala nyante ko mansai constitutional violate.
Okay.
You understand? Ikonte will violate, but mansai constitutional violate, which is the supreme law of the land. You understand? That supersedes every law or every other act in this country. You understand? To say mo ita court I kit yo bang ya acute ya discharge just pour kata kabula drong ya murakan ya muta again. Omu kulete me alon ko luat nyalemu and woman ke kafuko ye actually violate wo ye constitutionally violate.
Okay.
You understand? Aninka undermines our judicial system. Woman ke arrest found that was kidnapping. Warantina publicly I was very much happy and vindicated that in fact what suffices intel response all Minister for Justice and Attorney General came out publicly to say Usainula rearrest was unlawful, it was illegal. So therefore they are apologizing to the public publicly. So that is enough for my response.
So those that are claiming Kogala is instigating instability, walem fitting ole wulinde kam banko kang tenkumbalia coming katambila arrest la mi alonko waleketa on Friday like mune mi la tekti on ila arrest ning and in fact coming in police woli kachasoro openly like Gambia police force like ila doko tamandirinya walem puruka kawne luwalo ndi banko nyinga. If you had to describe the police ila tamandirinya in recent times in terms of how it can protest nyol handle nyaming public gathering crowd control and everything ikaje nyadi.
No, it is still the same as still abe Kenya killing all nyama komen ko mbota men kono sanyi mwani mfula puruka itende ko police ol ka banku dingol brutalize nyame ni fintita kela balambata itandi mansala waranta ka itandi mansala ko maral nyambe keringi man la fala waranto yo kuso de lafta kam itandi mansala nim banku dingol fintita ko itandi mansala police ol ke handle nyame it's not acceptable under ni loi fana manta. You understand? So wala at the National Assembly nyinanteng in 2023 or 2024 nga loi pass me along ko prohibition against torture. You understand? Pour kamol torture. Yeah, kamol tilimbalia. Adun torture ro manche ko iba mutala dama yali pa busola. Even kamuta bala firon ko na me along ko anil loi manta kata ka sindidula killing kala liberty of movement ka obe stop ko montro wati taworo la nimfula obe mu torture lete. Look at the way they handle Aliuba, ya muta sindola ja, ya muta bulflola ja, ya fay pikopo kono be mu torture lete. Do you understand? And nga lual pass le loi me ya itande ko wol prohibit le nyimbanko ka. Adu moma ya oke drobita loi nyatinola. Let me contextualize that coming galala nying Friday fintoni ko bita commemoration o men. Public Orders Act has not said that if you want to commemorate or you want to, hold an every event, you should go and require a police permit. Public Orders Act more for. Wala antina police or kabribe press briefing kala yesterday. Yamenke ifangol public wall on They never cited Public Orders Act. They never cited Public Orders Act. Criminal Offences Act. You will cite. So which means that they are trying to maneuver but volantine Public Orders Act imo site at all in all the two clauses here men who cite in the Criminal Offences Act have no relations with the Public Orders Act. You understand? Public Orders Act mean for neither for a public procession on hold, you require a public police permit. And in the whole bedamento is a confined place. You understand? It's a confined place for ninki ultara damento monument okon. For a school, every school in house a cassetto use them they should require a public police permit. Ila fafla manyo bito le cassetto they require a police permit. Ila fafla kulil they require a public police permit. Ila fafla ko maybe all the night clubs many along ko cassetto dim fankol they it doesn't work that way. All these social events many nke hold religiously, culturally, all those things cannot require a police permit. Otherwise, you are stopping the citizens, of things constitutionally or right in deal. So Public Orders Act ma work. And men for them albe procession hall dimental yalonko albe seto use la and albe public place all use la alse traffic congestion ole adu mol se kafunal mal yetinyarol ke any other things all you require a permit so that police all taraje yal ma koy.
The other time when you went out you nearly got arrested like domani be mutala kabiri finita no nje. Were you really prepared for that? Like even we pray kind of like anything could happen and I'm not bothered like despite being a representative of the people.
No, I never knew I was going to come back home.
Oh really?
Hey, wallahi, I never knew I was gonna come back home. But I, even though police or Kabiri Nata, I had a conversation with them.
Okay.
I had a conversation with the commissioner, for Kanifim. When he came, he asked me questions. Monati ne funtita, ni moka finti, ikamine stafolo jani funti. Ngai tandala ko wolem pamitoti, but wolem luati. But njikita ko me banko dingol finti bi wolem nyente ko mansame maratan na banko luala, o mansale fango lua break. And the loi me break wala sembo wata te ka fonte loi me accept. You understand it? So wala inte funtindi. So kabrim fonne ke olbeje even tiagas inte mambori tiagas wala because to me that is a humiliation on my character as a person.
Coming abe malundi
la coming aka ngafunti nkonka kuole kele yene tiagas of nka ngambori. No, I cannot do that. Like if it is military or soldier I rather have the bullet on my chest than on my back. So wala ndina lota your tear gas all fire and ngamen for police or whatever. Kabra tear gas of akonya bojankai. Someone killed your colleagues at the line of duties. So that's why we are here on the street asking the government puru ya explain ya fu banku dingole jumale o molfa wala infintin. So I don't expect funding ke killing member uniform okono mbe wala nyola kelola keka wala killing wala namuri taram brutalize kan. So we told them that.
So someone saying the Minister of Interior and particularly Ablai Sanyam and the IGP should be summoned to the National Assembly with regards to recent events. Miyalong ko wala the gala fangola kola in terms of arrest nyaming. What was the justification for such a decision? By the mo jamal bije miyalong ko ay eterne. Do you want to champion that cause at the Assembly? Puruka Minister summon walantuma the IGP ka nyining ka pranen deputy ole interface shodo kunmuna ya bula wo baro jina an assembly luwa jumala because lawyer dol bije ngaji ay safero ke aka faba fa nyining kaka fo comme ala luwa do ko woni wala filtable ba ngamen karam fa man ke walde ba.
Anyway, puruka IGP summon because Mantara committee kono memu defense and security committee thing.
Okay.
So would I have an opportunity to summon IGP? Will be very difficult.
Okay.
Do you understand?
The Minister of Interior?
Yeah, the Minister of Interior. IGP can appear at the committee level, but cannot appear at the floor of the National Assembly. Minister of Interior se appear no in that place.
Okay.
So, but committees are summoned no. Do you understand? And individual members can send in a parliamentary question. Minister Sinanole at the National Assembly to respond to that parliamentary question. Do you understand?
So where are you disappointed
at personal level?
Like colleagues like Sini Jawara, lower Salem deputy was on the floor, openly criticizing you for your action or your presence at Westfield at the time. Kabiri protesting in Bekering. Are you disappointed with Sini?
Yeah, I expected that from not only Sini majority leader. I expected that from a lot of them.
Okay.
But I didn't even listen to that.
Oh,
it is even a news to me that Seni has even responded to Seni has even reacted to that. Because what happened is I don't follow up. Because if Ninte government hit on the deliberation of the National Assembly so much, nibe protest when you are deliberating ninga lonko like key members all men ya lonko wolle bela fla kan counter. I protest. How do I protest? I leave chambers for them. Do you understand? Because it's very painful when you're talking, somebody is listening to you. So what I do to them, because they want to hear what I'm going to so that they can respond. So I don't listen to their response because it's irrelevant to me. So Valentina, I didn't even know any
like you have been critical of the government at the floor of the assembly, but majority caucus ila respond and ila reactions about what you say in that assembly. Like, how do you take it? Do you see it as they are just defending the government for the sake of doing it, or they too have the national interest at heart?
A lot of it are political. As I'm speaking to you today, a number of messages all men receive from my colleague members, many alonko ibota on government side le, to summon CDS Kenjai on extraordinary session atabana. But but I'm a very sensible member, because Janimbe Kwakala I definitely calculate. Do you understand? So what a banner. So on the floor of the National Assembly, they want to appear to be seen to be defending the government, but internally they know that if I defend me, they don't believe in it.
Oh really?
Absolutely. Wallahi, they do know that they are defending something. So
coming after assembly, after the session, they could come out and say, okay, but I never believe in that. So, like, politics is about moral bijele in terms of political and everything. Like, so appearing openly in National Assembly, the government defend behind the scene, we are like, okay, what is happening is not proper. It's like a girl
it's not a genuine cause.
Yeah, but they still want to be in the parliament, probably.
Yeah, they still want to be in parliament because you are serving you are a government member. You want to see president, to see you defending him, just like Kabrin's president by State of Nation address Keka. When I interrupt Sonokeje, some people were clapping at the National Assembly. That is not permissible. By our law, na law National Assembly made and the standing orders go below manyana kosila in the chamber, no matter how happy you are. Na law le waiting and you be olone. It doesn't matter who is clapping. It doesn't matter who is clapping. It doesn't matter for whom they are clapping. Law ko below manyana kosila je. So what standing order ngawe raise? Wala na speaker ma fonye ko imanyan ako amambulu ko so moy.
Speaker go they were doing this. Pam.
But even when you wajibe can tell you don't be able to so well. So where it and the honey model me wulta ka itande ko imanya na kaoke yalonko na loi man balantala but ibe president le please kan they pleasing the president. So even so many debates they will do that.
Critics also said what the president was saying was too good for your ears. Like abememfo kan adiata bake tulo ile to an extent you couldn't stand it. Like you got furious abememfo ka wale company because wale be caring banko kan and the kind of transformation and everything that he is doing adiata bake. So obviously you find it difficult as an opposition to stand that. Well, I think that you created that commotion.
Mem mutonya ati wala myente ko president ntana mantra particular andung abala yirwa ko le foka men yalonko ayeke banko kan ate fe men yalonko wala nyanta de malale pour kala man sakunda bambane yandi anim pour maybe na lafta kata kalo carte folo kotenke men sa carte aussi yatem ndabade agents kan ndamal la fi ay win next election and I will never want that. Do you understand? But no matter mbalanta wala malafi wala nyaw nyaranding but mbe fengo fenkela float wonyanta tarla luwale koto. So wala na rise up on an order was based on the law. So no matter malla fi president wo fo nyaw nyarandi waranto namanta parti ki nyaw nyarandi luwa ente balandile na tara mbekela mo sensible ngote nga kuke on that flow me alonko ani luwa manta. You understand? So wala na purunte rise up on an order was based on an authority, and I cited an authority. This is the authority that rise up the menna andung. I cite that authority because that is the law. Yes, standing order raise kafoko. I'm rising on this order. You have to cite that authority. You read the entire clause. Kaitandiko nyine ati na ngulinta puru nyine be kika
some of your colleagues were even saying that clause in fact was wrong because war clapping kwenye bulukosonyi was referring to members, not people me yalonko wole na da puru ke lamoy. Those people can be happy and they clap. It was only referring to members clapping in the National Assembly at the chambers, not people me alonko wole na to watch or listen to what the president say. They can clap and do whatever.
That clause didn't, doesn't say, members should not clap in the chamber. Okay. That clause, clapping is not permissible in the chamber.
Okay.
that clause ye wolof so
wala comme chambers kono bulu ko so manya kala je
bulu ko so manya na kala assembly chambers kono
that is explicit
that is explicit it's very clear and it's even a simple one clapping shall not be permitted or is not permissible in the chamber ama foko national assembly members all manya naka bulo ko si chamber o ni menbe gallery manya naka bulo ko si o speaker manya naka bulo ko si ako bulo ko so manya nakela aduma allow chambers kono that clause ye wala
so what was munekete la position de covering speaker ruling ke on that ka mamoy ay mol moy we tabulo le ko sikan
speaker that has been very political that's been very political he was trying to please the the president but hani president fon ya lo ko bulo be ko sikan and he was happy bulo be ko sikan. So what I expected from the speaker to hold the integrity of the National Assembly because ntolla luwale moti kayitandi molako bul ko so manyana kela jang whether president likes that or not wala mo assembly la luwati and wala be assembly fanana lord la baman la pour ka jako bunga fana nyanta buñala le comme ko cabinet nyanta buñala nyame
so but knowing that if you ni lota purika wo lord la yitande the speaker is likely to rule against you for whatever reason, might be for political reason or whatsoever. So, like, mune la position yin trigger. Yet you want to just be on record to make sure the president on track. That was the motive.
Not really, because I want no matter whoever.
So, you were expecting him to rule like based on neutrality or fairness.
Well, I was expecting that speaker would want those that were clapping. Wallahi, that was my expectation. I never expected that speaker be rule against me. Wallahi, I never expected that. But the only thing that, guided speaker's ruling was to please the president. Often a man surprised, because speaker could do anything to please the president. Do you understand it? Oh, come on. So, but then come and kajeko something. I am not that type of person. Maybe you need publication or whatsoever to be able to do something on the floor. No.
So in Kiang, ngajale ko lokun fula walantuma lokun saba commando President Barrow data Kiang Wesley ay berol laje anara nan koteke ay silo nyin kulli mi yalan kay kabe nafaba aba wole wulula molye mi yalan ko wolle be Kiang tanin na la karola access to education ka pour ka silo so ka karang loptano la karola wodot la kamay ko mo jamal biji mi yalan ko there in your constituency they are saying bye to your party la party yo nyimbula kanjele we la kam President Adama Barola party yo la kam memo NPPT because for far too long they made a batu rola pour ka silol so ima so baro da male wo development okay and now they want to switch colors ila party yo la kuloro ila fta falina wala ya faline foka pare pour ka la NPP kan like UDP la standing be nyaadi le in Kiang anite ko la place o mandra sila nyakono to mo na president mo yuru abaka Kiang Kiang West in particular
no president for ni anyininka député Siran Jumale temen soto la nyum banko kan even in the 2027 election abafle ne Kia West
really
wallahi right now without any fear of contradiction abafle ne Kia West abafle I cannot get that seat and typical Gambian politicians many political long hani manke Kiang koti ni tata o banko kan yalo ne political keta nyame nko a permanent secretary I had a discussion nim permanent secretary kacha soto after ila launch ila silo la launching akunye moltata lia ka silo launch Alman sonna findina hani alkalol fongol man findina wallahi la dinat
really
wallahi a permanent secretary told me that and the ikafo molmen cross capital it's true that one boy cross capital ikafo me Lamin Drame ay UDP la funding ke sirango nyinile UDP la funding ke sirango me alon ko first vice president national youth thing ay sirango nyinne ala sanjo tambita kardantang ala sanjo nyinata tambi kardantang so ama wala tinate man na ta election wala but oda wasa tel nin jergam bo nyal nyanta kata ani oda young people pour kata election o nyinna so wala min kilingo so wala cross capeta akata de NPP but inte intel men so do han janna ka cross capeta wala na janin ka tamanu so nimmo be kacal melan kana bada sare kilna ako Lamin ya kumanda akay ko akay UMC ben normal UMC ben kacande kana pour to join UMC you understand akay ko bari me join follow malo tala opinion mu mineti je you understand so nkai ko okay nte famo be Lamin kumanda na kacha you understand because ngalon nen tamata men nga kata kol menke pour saja ay na party la funding ke siran ñu so melan ko is a national executive position so ngai bari mba ko na nyaay so jandi wotema sila yelo sita ngamo ko Lamin be sawun kanne pour kata ñi molia so kabri Lamin fanan sawunda jifaron kol kabiri tata je itata sila yele dulato aketa jifaron ne you understand they don't have anybody me alon ko they are from UDP they are joining these people or they are from UMC or they are from any other party you know what happened
like 150 people there
no you know what happened amo fongo si yemen the president to the president but wo mol fongolo you know, because politicians look at President Barrow use nyame ni lafta kodola bulu. NPP di wol fongoli tata wol len no men ya longo tisato lebela they are bona fide NPP. Lamine ye woltra NPP le. Ye wolle mutay nate parade President Barrow nyato ikay ko aninyul le nate la patiyot. Wallahi. They cannot tell you any other president me alon kan yol botanan.
Lamin Damate will confirm. The rest you say
no Lamin Dama perhaps anala muso.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rest will be about the NPP.
Ibe bota NPP la kew. Ibe bota NPP la kew.
So
many along ko ye parade
rejoin them for you.
No. Oh my God. No. Yeah, that is a project. Me along ko politician will operate mo fana nyamale. And politician jamal and they know many along ko they operate that way. They are within any party. Me along ko they operate that way. Yalon ne me alon ko yikata dulato dorong ika moltar yemene alon ko wol fongol be o parti kilon leto yo parti kilon le tisa to dum you pretend that ko yo mol le soto kana ka fo parti yolma you know pour ça je be fengo soto no la nyame ifana mbela kol kala nyame because o mol be banko kam men alon ko they want to live through politics
but some are still like the like of Fabu Nyol wire on the ground and mo jamal bi what message President Barrow ni membo da kiya wala kiya west yele matale inin italem saying ibe lole telefe ibe tele fasala so why are you not taking them serious?
No,
because we have seen the road silo nyimbe ajela and we all know abe mulbe na falala.
Ye President Barrow la meeting ojela. Ay moto men sama meeting ola. Wala be siala na moto when I call a meeting. But ninga mid rally hall that the same community today.
Jifaro.
Ngam meeting o kumandi Jifaro B. Nko UDP ko alne danko. That crowd will be more than President Barrow's crowd. That tells you the position of Kia West when it comes to United Democratic Party. They don't joke with that. They don't definitely joke with that. So wala antina Kia West is UDP and they don't move. They don't move anywhere. Prominent youth funding ke kilim fonyo me alon kontolo bankoka. You don't talk about me. You don't talk about Bakari Mane. You understand? Talk about the prominent youth me alon ko akamama funding ke wala fanala adum funding ke wala fanan kumo mentolo Kia West banko le kan abe woto abe mamman kan isa foko abe President Barrow ko give me one. Tell me one. Ite mo sotal. Musolla fanal ke wala fanal.
How about one Lamin Drame, the NPP chairman at that area? Is he not influential?
Lamin Drame?
No, it should be something Drame. I forgot the name. NPP la chairman or member.
Safe of?
No, safe on Danda. Abijele, but I cannot recollect. But I will check it.
Okay.
Abijele. So you got people. Me yalanko ibe Kiang Westler. Me yalanko they are with the government. Ibe government fast and no, they said they are growing in numbers.
No, I tell you. O manifestation of menti. Ye sate long Kia West kono. Na e carte keso nyini. You know, let me localize it to the National Assembly election. Mo bota candidate o bota je, han candidate o fon la sate o UDP la winta je, including NPP la candidate. Han candidate o fon la sate o UDP la ka win je, including NPP la candidate. UDP la winta in that community. Wallahi. UDP is not a joke when it comes to Kia West.
So you're saying like President Barrow, despite a silo menkeje, put smile on their feet. I was meeting women comment to you. That's a joke. If you should call a crowd,
President Barrow was not happy in Kia West.
Really?
Wallahi, he was not. President Barrow is still launching ke daw darandinto. Kia West launching Port Abate. President Barrow launching ke daw darandin. Kia West launching Port Abate.
Okay, I get the name. It's Omar Drame.
Omar Drame.
Yeah.
Omar Drame maybe chairman, chairman is a regional chairman who is from Jifaro.
Yeah.
Omar can father me. Omar can be my father. Omar is not a youth. Omar can be my father, of course. Do you understand? So you have people there, many along and people, but funding no.
So you election like ebe ki and GV can nyadile election because ngajele you vigorously campaign for your councilor candidate meng lotanung jana in Kayafworth but I'll boy to election wojinale. So like in 2020 like in December 5th election what are you expecting not only from your constituency but the rest of the constituencies me yalanko welde be how solid is the UDP support base there?
Because nga alon ne many helol be damento ni nata kian na political adung meye fondi kiam Kayafworth la election we have seen the problem andung party kacha kele because constituency nyimbe tolle bulu as a National Assembly member so janni ba fola councilor do nyimbe banna almani man kafar kala ate fon sirango ta membulu UDP la sirango le munu janni ba fola bita local government election in 2023 UDP la sirango le nata sirango nyinta me atinna sirango nyintata ngalonne so we are trying to address that just that ko time frame suti atale janni ba fola ba address la but alhamdulillah patio sita le ni wodo la mol sita ni regional la mol sita nkachata pour ka je ko mbeo hol sukila nyame adu ni nata in kabada UDP yela vote number of vote increase le in kabada yela vote number increase le in kabada ni nata auto so it's just that ko nga low voter turnout soto na base tole damentalo mun tol fon la base letter we have a low voter turnout there so NPP la base be damento la voter turnout has been increased
so
significantly.
But the impact like the government la point is the impact on the masses ebe be kuomi yalanke be wolle ke kan mole they think it is so good a betiata bakele for anybody to vote against them because ye cool na fe na Kiang mi yalanko wasifal nana manaje that alone is enough for people to side with them and that's how optimistic they are like in terms of the coming election that it will be completely different from any other election.
Wala mum fancy
In terms of road, electricity.
Yo silol jel. Yo silol jel. Bari nyanta tala eta kiya na silo jibe ya jibe silo mem. Do ikadunne ye finte tariya kono. But sustainability. How long was silo be wat jel ke janiba fola be tinyala. Osilo can you may not have a good road in 3 years to come. Sanji sabanyata you may not have a good road because silo nyi yamana jolo bonga kan ye betongo bonga kanteng. That's what happened. Yamana jolo bongo ye betongo bonga kan. But the NRA director is saying President Barrow is doing more quality roads than any other government mentioned. That's not in Kiang. Omanke Kiang silote. Omanke Kiang silote. And remember that men kumaya tan tol Kiang ko le mello wala nyenti ko. Hadama dingol la balwo. Hadama dingol la jaat kende. Wala kumaya tan tol fe kono bato. At the assembly Alajimbo he said Balwo is cheaper in the Gambia compared to other countries and things are going well. Maybe Alajimbo kamano boto sannole because deputy ole mati. Nte wala be kelantela because one time I told them maybe some people in the National Assembly are living in the Gambia, others citizens are living in Gambia. Perhaps. You understand? Because but remember living in Banko kan. Ntolbe alone ko nyim banko soto koleatal. Men ni be do ko wala ikamen soto amansia. Balwo da be kolearinde. Ntolbe wolon nyim banko kan. So maybe Alajibo ateka man bodo tan sannole. But ni police o nyinka ye teacher nyinka ye no so nyinka. You understand? Yeah. Na man bodo kilimbo ndala jokono. Ay bungo jo wili saba o minimum let o ay bungo jo wil nani. A dingol la karambu jo bondije. Ay courant bondije. Lungolo akada panso bonde. Na dingol sata. Abi sambal loptanoto. O loptanoto fanam fo boro fo be sotlawta kendema fo be sotlawt. Wo banko dingol wali yalo ne membe keri. Adun Kiang is part of those people many along call fanam be o batasi falakon. So walantena they will never follow and they will never support President Barrow. So Kiang we small budget me yalon ko yele tiol do kule they are demanding payment iko ila fa joro la iko 6 months ye delay soro me yalon ko wole mu la tiol ti ye dundi ko do nyinga man soro as they are represented fa nyum futati la kalamata ndiro nyum futati la kalamata rotole adu nga fa député bu ngotole fana nga fa député bu ngotole and yo fana criticize le pour ka je ko manke kuti men soro bara fa newspapers have newspaper ya safe you understand o ketante fa ngola sate oldo adu nga keta funding ke one of the funding ke wa keta menna me alonko a wulu fa mantra baluring ate mu fondinge kilinete me alonko ana doko jama bakatan ana ba ma fula ni wol bebe so kono le so aka balu senol la ala tiyo doku rin kola mentara fodal si wili chemenim fen atata dila fo kari woro bayol babul men alonko e ka fa karamo is from Keneba. Karamo is from Keneba nde fa la sate auto. You understand? Ila audio be mbul jenne no need to play those audios on record. But ila audio be jenne me alon ko karamo fon be kumbo kan telephone auto. So but minister pour ka itandi no kan sa mala ko do soto no. Minister na ya fo don ala kumol ko I think that was before the parliament. Ko mole julu mantra man sakundala. Mo mi yalan ko julo be men abetani the seko president wal tema government joro mi yalan ko nyanta wolle kala yewol be kala. Bari seko president wal nin ñun tate no ma seko president wal metan wala min ko do mom futan tol ma folo. Bari alon minister tita publicly ay tandi mo lako Mansakunda ma mol jono Mansakunda mol la tiota me jono minister teofola even if that is the truth minister will never say that on the floor ko Mansakunda fele de akaba la tiol sanola alkana wafi mo kotem alla tiol mutalibul bare mal la tiol jono ñinni ñine mun na problem minister will never say that but même mo toñade wala ñinti ko ye mol la tiol tali mejo particularly in Kewest men yalla ko botante fon la banko la kan men yalla ko dindingol be sir njele karamol manjo mbente momento ila karambungol manjo balwo be kolearin suwo kono ye fondinke wala tiyo mutabul sunkaro nata anyanta la sunkar dapanso bon lawolta anyante dinno la salbayo bon lawolto mfele mbula da banna salo frankono anyante la liangol anyante la banna salo topato la wolte ma soto no man sabulu that's happening that's the fact wonye ne mutonyate. How does that tell you about the government? Well amanke mansa kundade me alonko is responsible or is responsive to the needs of the citizens Comme Mansakunda me ya lonko everything that they are doing they want to politicize it, especially ka Senegal makoy because Mansakunda le me ya lonko ka fo Senegal ko mbenyi ne kelale bara man ke kan Senegal in
government as per in a budget line the minister is saying the government is putting a lot of money in the agricultural sector to make sure the sector is efficient and I molla balunya nying I wafali. Are you not seeing that? Because you are in the parliament, in fact you seen their budget line.
Yes, one of the intervention is that purka tractor sang. The question is that government cannot disclose I tractor jelle sang. Government cannot do so, and we have approved 180 tractors prior sang covering 2023 budget session until today. But government cannot tell you your tractor jelle sa yadi molla. Wallahi, they are not up to 100 pieces men delivered now. Government cannot tell you that. So which what I'm government can more but in turn that is not happening. Near tractor parade, you paraded 50 tractors at the Makari Square, Komoleko tractor natale. How many is remaining? Ntolunga tractor men approve puru Mansakunda yasang. Wolem tractor chame tractor transit. Ngo Mansakunda nyanta wole sanna banku dingoli. Pur kadi banku dingola ke ke demaje.
So in your constituency, the coal dol bije mi yalon ko be fundi kan be kono ko Ministry of Gender ye machine le di mol man turang wala nyo turang machine for every constituency around LRR. So but in Kiang West ko tel masoro andun governor be wolle tumi kan ko multi mi yalon ko ay wo machine ni mutale amadi mol mi yalon ko wolle bije fanyum futale kalam tam diro.
No même futale na kalam taroro nga menje na Kiang West pejoto mol be nyin karo che kan yenna masingo dile na masingo be jumale bulu jumale na masingo fenka man react to that in the platform.
Okay.
Bari bera kita waro men na kachanye bina wala mu President Barrow after Kabira Bota Kabira Bota sila yelo la Kiang dol ko eko president o masingo di mol la le tour la masingo lu ntolla Kiang Westale adunta mentole.
Okay.
Sefo na masingo de la fanye gofono na masingo de la fanye. I cannot react to that here say or whatsoever. Okay. But in never fanan di amata duma dol membe nyin karo nga tan diloko nim president ole masingo di. President on politician olti another political na dia la political party. Amancha ko nim budget ole because ndam budget kalam the National Assembly budget line nga men approve.
Okay.
Comme masingolu under the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare pour que masingol sankadi banku dingol la.
Okay.
So ni yo bondi dame maybe sa explain which budget line aka boda damento or waranto is a donation that Ministry of Gender men receive abadi ka mo la fana aning ayadi nyaadi le fana se o fana lo bari nta man kalam taro ke kabo député bungoto in the budget line ntole me approve pour sa fako ñuni masingol sang ya samba yadi every constituency le yadi musola ani badi la kafu jumal la abe jola nyaadi le o is a free of charge or whatsoever nta man kalam taro ke wala
ya fo ñele ko be la frine president Barrow e boy ñing carte fa meñen diamo me president Barrow be takan a day long inspection tour of development projects mi yalan ka ba wala man sekunda ba wala bankroll kan banko kan different part of the urban settlement me yalan ka bita ka wolle do pour ka wodo ko wol ñing ka wol jibe that shows he is doing well. Why do you want him out?
Maybe akaiten the banku dingol lako he is doing well. Do you understand? Or maybe on somebody's view he is doing well. President Barrow tinya role men kenyim banko kan is far greater than wasilo la kamenu yel. Itanya budget report jajanne on the audit report that says about $14 billion. Billion tanin nani me alonko is unaccounted for. It's in the report. Nga president jajanne me alonko no need to go into the nitty-gritties. Me alonko aka interfere into the audit matters. You have seen his interference with the audit. Mem malla fi kisi ro e chala man sakunda. Nga president jajanne ka audit report kumande ka foko is a mere opinion. Of course audit report is an opinion, but it's a scientific opinion. Nin doctor o investigate, doctor o diagnose, I opinion for about you medically. You don't joke with that as an individual. That is a scientific opinion. So it is not just a mere opinion. So he fails to know that. So woman can mansakunda me alonko abe paririm pour ka tinyaro bay nyim banko ka. So mansakunda me tinyaro be kiri mansakunda me
integrating from that, from mere opinion to taking things serious, because we are on the point today ba fokane President Barrow ko local government commission me yela do ko bantem dala so dala si men kumuta abe murra mol kan. It means he is getting serious on those.
He is not serious because President Barrow today Dahaba at NDMA is working under him. Is working under him. Dahaba reports today, it still stands $100 million worth goods. Me alonko rice lemu wanyanta sandal to be distributed, to be disbursed to the Gambians during COVID-19. Me alonko at the most critical moment, the time me alonko banku dingol fuarol sulata demarola million cheme good soul me alon ko nyanta ka deliver wol man deliver and plus 30 million plus worth of drums of oil me alon fo nyanta ka di fo man deliver under the watch of Dahaba. And audit report I find National Assembly for now still his name is found there. President Barrow is dining and whining with him. He's witch hunting the local government authorities, but then he is not serious about implementing the audit reports. He is not serious about that. That is a big pretense. That is a big time pretense. There we have so many fraudulent cases.
You think his seriousness towards the local government authorities is about, you know, probably Dolbe Kono and the Mantra party killing. This is an opportunity for him to get them.
He's witch hunting. He is witch hunting Talib. I'm going to say that publicly, bluntly. He's witch hunting Talib, and every serious opposition and every serious citizen should speak against that. Should speak against that, because never implement it right away. Just implement it right away. Ntolena report from the National Assembly Special Select Committee. President might implement
but the National Assembly, I mean, they have an oversight over the executive in terms of Ibeku Taman Lanyan. One will be wondering, how can the president, I mean, aliye recommendation like a guy like the Haba Pro Nyanda Kela Moti Miyalanko Nyanda Kala Plus Nyumbulale, you know, within is it 90 days or thereabout, like wait out for this long and nothing has been done about it?
The implementation lies in the hands of the executive. And the chief executive officer is the president.
But the parliament can punish the executive. Ningali recommendation, okay, the executive political implement. You can also say, you know what, we're suspending everything from the executive until they take us serious.
Parliamentary decision lies in the votes. That is a parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary decision lies in the votes. That is a number. And of course, government with...
But you know, there is nothing bad in attempting, Honorable. You can just, if you really know, today, you know, I'm putting this before the assembly.
Yeah, you
have
right.
recommended a lot for the executive to implement. They, you know, they choose not to say anything about it. Saying on that note, I'm also putting it here that, you know, I want us to suspend everything from the executive until they take this house serious.
Of course, opposition can do that and boycott parliamentary sessions, boycott government businesses. If government fails to implement, government fails to represent parliament.
You know, the opposition are not very serious about doing that.
Of course, they are very much serious.
No, opposition, but you know, because like we are seeing the special select committee on Jamela Fengol mi yalon ko wala wafita banko dingol benum baturo la kaje president Barobe menekela wora de yo nyimeta bake mantra ka kuma moy wakaro nyina and lot more, like especially when it comes to FPAC. You recommend things kangodi IGP la do this within 90 days you get back to us mol buka ku nyala malje mi yalon. In fact, sometimes we even journalists we lose record of what is happening, track record of what is happening there. Ibeka lo ku jamal bije labanta nyade new jama ka fili ku wol dolto mi yalon ko wala bekere. We have seen the opposition stand firm and said, you know, this is not happening here. You know, we want to make sure the integrity and the reputation of the house, you know, is maintained. You know, it's like the president and his executives taking you people for a ride.
No, the fact is that opposition can boycott sessions, but how effective would it be? What would be your intentions? What would you intend to achieve by doing that? Because whatever you're doing at the end of the day, another impact made on something. Would it change the executive? Would it change the parliament, government members or member je? Purusaji yele approach following ye banko je or government in a recommendation or implement? Is it going to change that? I'm 100% sure it's not going to change that. You could see very well Kabiriya Bori Ture Muta. Kabiriya Bori Ture Muta. Of course, I slept in Banjul outside, but as Samu, we all boycotted the session. When we all boycotted, there was a budget speech. What happened? The budget speech was done, and the budget was passed. Do you understand? What had we done about it? Nothing, absolutely. So, coming for a parliamentary...
The budget speech might just be a ceremony where the minister will come.
No, but it's the most important thing. Because every government program, anything that government is doing, every government strategy, every government program that they are implementing is anchored on that budget.
Yeah, but the minister will come prior or give you hints about alafaka budget independence. You people, you have the time to read, see necessity, be mean to all the priority areas and everything. You do your curtains and everything. Then you'll formalize it and come and present it before you.
But when you reject, when the parliament rejects an appropriation bill, that is not going to happen. All the other jobs that we have done from the beginning to the end is going to be futile when we reject the appropriation bill. You know, the appropriation bill is very much important. Of course, it's one of the fundamental, you know, or it's one of the nucleus of the bill.
But the fact that we know, like, numbers matters in these. But also, like, if the opposition continue to maintain silence on the behavior of the executive toward the parliament. What could also conclude that the opposition is aiding the action of the executive.
But of course, we are not silent. Am I silent?
No, what I mean is,
are other opposition members silent? Of course, we are saying it on a daily basis.
The daily basis, but you could do better. Like near Diamura, you could, what I said, like you could do that. And
yes.
there's no harm in doing that.
Yeah, that's all we're doing, and we're doing a lot when it comes to that. This is why Mansakunda be called mention until every debate, adjournment debates and debates over reports, we debate substantively. Do you understand? But no matter how substantially you debate, at the end of the day, we need to vote on that. We need to vote on that. So what citizens want to see, okay, deputy ole nyine for barkabri parida nyine lota, nyine keta. You understand? But at the end of the day,
but having that in record is important.
Yeah, but we have a lot. Ni bet deputy mo follow kan, opposition be kuja malel fo kan deputy mo de me alon ko imantra taku kan. Imantra taku kan banko kan. Many alon ko kabiring, audit reports or lakwala kabiring, corruption ol men be caring, kabiring, budget be implement kan nyame. Opposition ole kuja ma bal agiuje. On Nina the deputy bungoto jaralo bundabe nyameng, we argued a lot about it. Nina the funding ke ol membe fa kam ba diokono, opposition ol yo form deputy bungotol.
So but comme nga fo nyame comme ka president oje full day bita kan tola for ma yitandi la kabe kuba la ki kam banko nyinga. Somebody who is doing less cannot do this. Like you wake up in the morning, you are on a tour like from Somanda up to this time, ebe dun kan dulalte bita kata project set sol jibe bita kan dulalto preka wal jibe. He's doing a lot.
No, let me tell you, Mansakeo Natar na be comfortable abe doko chekan. That does not warrant the president to go from his comfort zone doing that. Let me tell you that for free. The president knows that he is not doing well, and he knows he is doing nothing for the people of this country. Look, Kafuka Kata Silol Menjibeje. Look at our OIC road. How many kilometers do we have from Stinkona to Airport Johnson?
22.
How many kilometers?
It's got 22.
22. That is the OIC now. Fenko Beko, they spent $110 billion. 110 billion on that. Look at the road Ngamen Soto. Where has that money gone to? Gambians are forgetting that. So President Tinsko akata mol ka meni alonko imu follow leti meni alonko waranton to banku ngolu mankara malo membe kele. We know what is happening. Adum budget or minister ka report ntoli ala the National Assembly. So we know all of the in the National Assembly sometimes more dole nibe diamola they take you to be very arrogant sometimes. But so you cool membe kele nike long. Sometimes ake arrogant when you are sometimes the coolest person to deal with. Because you cool membe kele ninya wo cool je larin tablo ka mendu be kele is too bad that you cannot keep silent about it.
So, but the government, Italian side, they will argue that things are expensive. What could be done for 50 million probably last year could be far more higher than that this year, considering the geopolitical nature. Yet dunia kuwal jibe tundo kanjang instability here and there. Wal be mu fenneti me yalon ko mo jamal ka wala government jama bi je ka sembe wala ko si fengo sanno tala kunu bi da seleta wala. If you want to use that as a yardstick, come someone there long to measure that they misappropriating our fund, probably you could be wrong.
No. Nobody can be wrong about it. Because ni yedo ko Kenya, no matter how little adoyata nyonyarending anyanta quality la. You understand? It doesn't matter until resources coming afford for the Gambian people. But how do we do with the little resources that we have is the most important thing. So until yalo neko talabe jelle sino la bankoma kunung anim bi aka jelle sino bankoma until yo belon jel. You understand? And people are not sleeping on that. Adum bansa kew yalo neko moli yo belon. So kaita ni mollo ko fengol daja wetala kunum biya daman fengol daja wetala bi kunum fengol daman jawa. So wala antina na se silo men do kuno kodo. That is true. But yakodo jelleta bi anim kunu se kodo jelleta no is different. 110 billion is not small money.
Yeah.
$110 billion is not small money. So government cannot tell us that they will spend in OIC. And Kabring will spend in OIC apart from the conference center. OIC la resources jumal me ka fendundi banko. The resources jumal me ka adum banko le men ke men yalon ko they do such kind of investment banko kan ye men ke wolam nyenti ko ya invest le fenka dundi banko pour ça je c'est la jilonyum is c'est la loan ni sa finance no.
But there is a common belief in economics that infrastructural development, especially in roads, it has long-term effect on the economy. Probably we're yet to get to that end. Like Mamfuda Wotundo, long-term could be 1 year, 2 years, you name it. As Keno Fentimi alonka in Nafamuruna economic. There's still an argument. Some says it has a constant effect. I don't know which of the school of thought you belong to. But
of course, I'm a development student. Okay. I'm a development student. But however, development, of course, you look at sustainability. You have to look at sustainability of a development project. How sustainable would that be, that development? Abe mela mol bulu nyaadi la pour katara yirwanyem pour katara enjoy kam. You understand? Obe mela mol bulu nyaadi la. But let's contextualize it. Mbe mem fokante ye silol meni doku o ay sila fenkonyi, because most of them loan solem. Julo lemo. So but ever julo nyin tala inyanta julo nyin jolal because atetula jobal. So julo nyin nie julota ibe julo jola nyaadi le kemira fananal. Eka julo nyin dapansi fenne kunna me alon ka at the end of the day it's a fen soto no yene ye julo nyin jo. Ye julo nyin invest nyaadi. It has to be an investment me alon ko ay revenue generated so that is la julo nyin jono. Ya julo nyin kata wala nyama. But ne OIC road nyin jibe ye amount of money menta anin julo membe bankola bi. You have 120 billion or 30 billion plus obentola bankola julo kamala. You understand? So obe jola nyaadi le. Generation yet unborn be julo jolal. Ita ko kiawes la julo silol deda. Look at Willinkama roads. Nga silol jele meni alonko sukuta de yo silol deda le twice. Kabo sukuta kata latrikunda. Yo silol deda le twice. Nga silol jele meni alonko kabo jambur kata farata yo silol deda le twice. You understand? So and will be able to na fulo lelto. But make him men kumara wala mnyenti ko ntolia resources men soto mansa kunda baada panse kam banku dingo lokko kundo resources me alonko ngabe soto men ka collect a jama kata mol la jifol lekon do man men fana nga collect ngake budgetoti na tata a jama ka kickbacks let kickbacks ye project ko di mola project ko di ngola project ye project ko yikay ko nyimu 20 million neti but ibe 10 million ibe 5 million neti warante ibe 3 million neti lel and wo mari fana nyanta profit o sot la jele about 3 or 4 million dollars. Of course the road will not be quality. So the resources that we have is very limited. The little that we cannot collect all, the little that we collect, the half of it is going into people's pocket. Nkamem fana collect no akata to the appropriation.
Like in terms of fiscal management, like mola kudul budget and everything, like man sekunda ba fokane de ebe proper reform le kekang puri ba jele ko physically mol man nyanda ka kodo may bulola bo dol bije they seen it differently ba je ka nyaado la nyama ko mba menje ka wala problème o fongo man ke kodo nyina karola aske no man sekunda la problème o fomo procurement na de e ka fengol sa nyame e ka control di nyame wala fente mi yalon ka nyande ka lo bulu kan bari nga bunda nga o sotle mi yalon ke establish institution me you know GPPA pour yo fanna ni regulate mol yamera like each year in year out sang budget report men audit report men kanana ngaje ko lanjur bal ka soro ni da contract wol dinya la karola sandiro la karola lanjuro le kataraje national nyimbunda men marta contract wol dinya la karola yamera mune point like pour yele doku ke no nyama kaje ko koku mi yalon ko be wala kala sako contract wol dinya la karola compliance etraje ye bula luwal no mi yalon ko wala walare
même ma be problem wala let's go to GPPA Act, you know, Gambia Public Procurement Act, you know, ngamen promulgate amamme at the National Assembly. That GPPA Act, new one on, that has given an opportunity to institutions to do a procurement by themselves. Previously, if we procurement after GPPA be murunale, then they do the auditing of how those procurement went. But that doesn't mean the procurement, the biddings and all of those things does not have to go through GPPA. GPPA will still do inyanta kamenke, but comment like it will follow the procurement okala. The procurement has to be done by the institutions themselves.
GPPA bekala oversight.
Because oversight like audit to come and tell you that you have what you have done was wrong, you know, was not right.
You don't think that that would be worse?
Yeah, people argue that you know that is the worst. And I could agree with that at some point, that is the worst. You know, sometimes
because in a situation where you know already boy can coming there is this project audit memo suite project we have seen William Motol Sanyaming and a contract di mola mi yalon ka manke kadi la fongo di yodo go di wala pour way motosa coming natra nunko like in a mulka procurement irregularities can exist, but there is no punishment. Many ka bara buka mola kodo sendi wala buka kuol ka nyama lua buka leka. Ning GPPA oversight sort of over them. Even if they should audit and they found them wanting, then you know nothing will happen. So in the long run, probably procurement irregularity could become normalized in the country.
Yeah, that one normalized already. To tell you, procurement, you know, irregularities are already been normalized in the Gambia. So what is more important is that you know, all of these things is boiled down to governance. Okay. Governance. There has to be a responsible government. Me alonko abe mol soto in position many alonko they are responsible and the bankole soto at heart. And numfane manke multi me alonko tapaleo lel muti ebe lafla kabalu banko dingol tarola. We need those people in the system. In as much as we have legislation, we have laws in the system, we also need responsible citizens. Many alonko ye londo financial and they are responsible and the manke multi many hadu meta e be lafla kabanku dingol tapalea. Do you understand? That is also needed in the system. But menkumare there have to be a good governance.
It's not in sort of intellectuals, smart people like me alonko hakilo diatale, karantale and everything. So you think honesty is the problem here?
Honesty is a big problem. And we also have people who do not know. We have a lot of people who do not know. Tell me, Honorable Minister for Agriculture's background and what he learned and what he can do. Do you want to tell me that an agriculture minister should just be anybody from any discipline? No, of course not. Of course not, actually. This has to be somebody, Mayor Lonko, you know the field, you know the system, and you have the energy to go down into the system and also advise the president, can go into good investments as far as agriculture is concerned. And yeah, Lonko,
but to them and his allies, they think, I know he's doing well. No. Because somebody told me, Janding atabinalana, ye mole ke mi Lonko, well specialized agriculture, kang, Walantuma, they are specialists in agriculture, Wolman Fenke.
Member Kumu.
Senola Carola.
Tell me one. Tell me one.
I want to avoid names. But Janakana, we have favorable Benunjile, I have no Ministry of Agriculture.
That's what I want to know.
Or Demba also has not done anything.
I have not seen it. I have not seen it. Well, I have not seen it. I have not seen what he has done. I have not seen it at all. Demba should be able to tell Gambians ko kabirate ka minister woni mbitema nga mano men do ku nanyim banko ko meya lonko asiatale adum banko dingol kasanne and wo kamala mano daji. Demba should be able to tell us that. How many young people many alonko in a livestock improvement o ketanyadi banko ko, he should be able to tell us all of that. You understand? So kabirate nata na cash crop sol many alonko bejang ka many import sesame and other things has he able to bring benolo and ku ketol firewall murundi nona na banko kan ne bank Senegal ngabrem be Senegal la kumo fokanjang foninkol me alon ko yela tiol di mo le mela kodol di le ne dimbal be sofari. So tell me what he has done. Tell me. Other than taking, ka banko la kodota kata politiko la. That's the only thing he is doing. He is doing nothing as far as agriculture is concerned. So agriculture nyanda kala bundal to me alon ko anyanta nyim banko balundla because nga banko sotole adu nga mulso de menbe parade pour kake.
So but how about the President Barrow ataka fole ko ni many be bantala eka government wala la mansa kunda la molka men fo wala men be bantala eka mansa kunda jibe nyame ani ni dunta eka men traje it could be different dol beje isa fono for even the opposition nitel fana be Barrow la place photo is the same thing ku kile woni wala be kala because ibuga maralo nyi itel kamuta nyame anabe nyame manke kilende.
No. Opposition will never say that. Opposition, it has been proven when opposition was with the government. You have seen them. You have seen audit reports. Have you seen the name of Amadou Sane on any audit report? Never. You've never heard of. Have you heard of, how to call it, our party leader, His Excellency Hussein Dabo? You've never heard of it. Have you heard of Lamin Dambudiba? You've never heard of it. You've never heard of them. They were responsible enough. And they went out to negotiate projects, to negotiate grants for this country. Amadou Sane went to National Assembly to implement, vehicle policy in this country. You have seen people me alonko moto membe borindi kang ani fuelo men ka chakono. You have seen that Amadou has come to control that so that hani be moto dila mola, but part of that moto it is a moto nyinjo o waranto ifango la fuelo sang ni moto tinyata ifango moto nyindeda and ifango la drive water, but government drive water e kajo government ke la fuelo dila ni la moto tinyata government kadeda e ka borindi anytime. That is not physical discipline. That's what Amadou Sane nyolni menata pour ka control. So ntola mol they have demonstrated constantly and consistently that ni nata mansa kunde be kala mansa kundal te me alon ka be nyim banko lon.
So but despite all what you said, e be nyim membe highlight kam kunu amamme ba ka weekend ko no dro President Barrow ya fole abe jikirin ko carte fay tambila menke oppositional men jawiyata wala nyin carte fay nala aba wala kelela anda abe jikirin ko do ko ay menke banko kam wala ba sidela. What do you have to say about that?
No, mbiro nabita nyobor ngola ba falen telebe boyro kel. So ngawta with that statement.
So what you think he's not going to win?
He's not going. President Barrow is not going to win election, and President Barrow knows he is not going to win. President Barrow knows he is losing. President Barrow ni menbe do kola most of them men along your political calamity, they know President Barrow is losing, and he knows he is losing election.
How?
President Barrow lose his grip. Wallahi la junot eka fair fendele me alonko eka to le full many alonko you are not in the political field. But political man ke chahanoti. Political diminta bakel. So President Barrow yalo ne political be banko kan nyaming. adu men be president baro nyato politico wuli al ne politico be banko kan nyami and he knows he is going to lose election.
Really?
He knows he is going to lose election and he is going to lose election. Let me tell you that ko president baro knows jimbanko funding ke wolte karto fayla ayo lon ne wokoyta la fes ko nyum banko ko ninke wolte karto fayla president baro la kafo ko membe je ngalo ne si tinyaro le beje sunyaro aninka banko dingol finding your kan tribalism. It's just that. So he knows wallahi president baro alone he is going to lose election. He knows that already. So but atedulu la afumole ko mbe election or lose or alamole afumole president baro is going to lose election.
But for the fact that he is contesting, one could argue that he knows he's going to win. But I would not contest election mbe buhela menna,
You have seen his interview with Hon.Lamin Ceesay. You are remind ko you told me previously ko you are a fan of term limit. You are a big fan of term limit and you want to seal that clause near constitution or not. So why are you contesting again? I don't want my party to die. My party is too young to die. So that is telling Osco, amalla mola la party okono. O warando kule be kering ala party ko mealango. Nate man contest obe kala problem mode. Nyo sabol lebina jumal lebe contest la that could cause a fracas within his party. So those are some of the boxes he be to take kampurka jago. Or President Baro contesting could give a life to other people. And in other thing is every system je more be comfortable with that system, no matter how bad the system is. Somebody is comfortable with that system. Don't be, like you talk about the Speaker of the National Assembly. What the Speaker has enjoyed under this dispensation had not enjoyed that in 22 years of Jammeh regime. Absolutely yes, and that is the fact. And there are other people, many fana yalonko, hanatara, imantara sandomul mantare jekam politico santola, but if they may enjoy, and they don't want President Barrow to go. Because those are people, many alonko, they are living in the houses that they built through money corruptly acquired. They're driving cars that they acquired through corruption. They are taking their kids to school through money corruptly acquired. They even went to Hajj through monies that they acquired through corruption.
Really?
So, of course, but they don't want the system to change.
Should I borrow my friend's Tamo? That's haram money.
Of course, that's haram money. So they don't want the system to change. So those people are very much comfortable with the system. It doesn't matter how many people are dying. It doesn't matter how many people are dying. It doesn't matter how many young people are dying in the sea. And they know that young people are dying. They do know that young people are dying. And Barrow knows about it. But they don't care about that. All what they care is how many houses they can build. Which schools can they get their kids to. There are so many things that are happening.
But now, despite what you see, like President of Angoiba, if like the way you say painting things, if it is that bad, I think only one party should be able to remove Barrow. But we have seen the opposition trying to form a coalition. That shows how rooted. Like Barrow Bambandi Nyame Semboro, they think they more killing ta manola. Ayabondino.
No, Barrow.
If the system is that bad, like I would say, like only one party would just come and face Barrow and take him out.
No, Barrow touching on the coalition discussion in that manner, how eloquent he was, that tells you Barrow knows he is going. And he is very threatened about the coalition. And he knows when that coalition works, he's going to go down. This is why you have had...
Yeah, but this is why... hindsight, if the coalition doesn't work, then Barrow is going to stay.
Coalition will work. I'm not going to argue on that, but coalition will work. I know 100% that coalition will work, and Barrow knows coalition is going to work. Barrow knows that, and coalition members are very determined. Wala na molbe argue kambanda coalition do work oppositional iman kambe opposition la kara bunko ne kakacha ikamen kacha defend la yo fatole, but coalition is going to work. And as we speak right now, they are at a very progressive level. They are at a very progressive stage, and the benyomo ekane and the new Allah Ta'ala on the coalition of the work, and Barrow is going to go down.
So the link line only quickly. The Deputy Speaker Saidy Njie amumolti mi yalanko audiol janjanta jaman la bambundar ya sujundi ko matelti dame yalanko konnante ya kumula ba walla fogam si fatam fansi koma kangolem right activist group dol bije e ko parliament nyanta ka bondi ala place woto lay luwale yita ne men joko section 91 I think subsection 1 and in fadan section 93 e ko isi sembe no wala la pour ka bondi ala place woto. Do you want to champion that cause? Because mo jamal be banko kam mi yalon ko akuo mi niola imang kontani yaje ko Saidy Njie la kuma kan mi yalon kay wala fo sila nyalam banko fongola tenku na la sabato ya no manya ka song pour wo Kenya si fay dan na banko nyingang ya mira ko it's time now walo si da pour parliament ye act kaje ko la bundani jutuna yak ni do yakana lekan kaje ko Saidy Njie lod la ta la ko. Do you want to champion that cause?
Parliament parliament nyanda kawkela and I would want to champion that. But National Assembly ntelonne. You understand? And they know that whatever I said wala ben kono. Before you say that, the very date your audio fintita. I sent a message to National Assembly 6 legislature platform.
Okay.
Anybody can tell you.
Deputy old baby jail.
Deputy old baby jail.
Okay.
I told them we should summon an extraordinary. I said extraordinary session.
Wala khatajito bengoti.
Khatajito bengoti. Me alonko on no cost to the government. Okay. Ikana deputy old Joe Fenda. Ngatanga see we discuss about the matter. So the outcome of that National Assembly be determined. Pour kaje ida ngabondi o nga kulur do la kan. Okay. National Assembly be determined. But I have sent them that and I meant it. And even there are other members, many alonko, if a government deputy will lemuti, they are calling me, Mbesiri la Santojan, deputy will call me alonko government, Mbesiri Santa, and text message. Akonya, what are you people doing about Sidin Jaila Fenko?
Okay.
Wallahi, Akonya, what are you people doing about it? So
what was their reaction? Muneka gala reaction, Odi?
No, the reaction there was no much reaction dal, and I don't want to comment on individual reaction on that.
No,
but there was
now,
no
like, is it majority in the group? Like, are they in for many people group kono mo jamal for also telete men for pro extraordinary session ya convey ba walantuma no, it was disregarded. Like, iman lafi wala no.
No, they don't need to agree because I know people who can join that cause.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. So I was not necessarily telling them all of you should react to that message or all of you should say yes or no. I was sending them to that call. I am aggrieved about something and it is a national matter. Okay. And National Assembly should know about it. So therefore we will send because we need 15 people to summon extraordinary session.
Okay, more than
Lulu sign. We summon this. We ask the speaker to summon extraordinary session mandatory. Okay. You understand? So we need that people. So I know the people that we can. I know the people that we. No, we are working on that. We will not disclose that yet. We are working on that, and people are signing. I only hope we can be able to get that number. Do you understand? I only hope we can be able to know. But you have had the president's reaction to that. To say ko Sidin Jaya memfo, momentum be mistake kola. You understand? Hanna tara kuja wole yedum bun kono ye tonya itandala je, but ye finti banta ya defend ye loy ka jeko amang kasike. President Barrow is an enabler Sidi be fengo fere nkeka. Because Walantina President Barrow buka fea Sidin Jala. One that some other people need the President Barrow is keeping quiet. Because President Barrow knows political asset. Sidi is a political asset to him. Walantina some of the people are reacting to Sidin Jala fengo many along some other people be NPP. You understand? I'm not being specific about individuals. Not because Sidi memfo ijikita tinyara waranta ambeta, but because Sidi tara NPP le. Sidi tara ye NPP lo ye batalike nindrol ketela nyimbanko kan Sidi nate Sidi nata nata oversado sembo nata wareti NPP bi ala kalo faka itande ko ninga president call nka nyinke akakel. So they are angry about that. So Walantina they are reacting to that. So he is a political asset to the president. So Walantina president with political kumayandi bankola kambangoti a political kumayandi bankola security and bankola tilingoti because no one Sidi nyimem for them fitinolti. We have seen other countries many tribal conflict, tribal wars. So you should not entertain that as a president. You should come publicly to condemn that. You understand? But publicly, you have to be seen condemning that. Not only be seen, but it has to be deep inside you that go. Kule me alonka manyinya. Ate banko keno because sitting ya atra moli party onyi lola. Many alonko full lemuti and other people lemuti. So it's high time pour banko dingol ya jako. Nyuri benyin tribal sentiment men dundi kanje. Amanchi ko be sikili ne fasa ke be ngole. Imantra full fasa kan. Nko manding ko like minister ti. Manding ko be Kiang wo wulo kono jana. Amam boro soto, aman sila kendo soto. Ila loptanol mambete, ila fenkol mambete. Oy manding ko na famine la. Flow like a minister, flow like a president. Yeta wuli jana, yeta CRR jana, flow be wulo kono je meni alonko, ibe tarodo kundikan, hankabila tiol mansan din da kendola, imam bor kendo soto, imam loptan kendo soto. Yeta like a minister, titem flow, we will nafa munela. I mean nafa fenda. But just to make them believe that I am one of you. I am one of you. So nteba tolle kono, ntena tolle ka kankilon fo, ntele manding kote, ntele floati, ntele suruat, anyanta kan tele fasa. Ni esa fali okay. Ni albe juma fasa. Adam Barrow was a Mandinka, and he is still a Mandinka. Halifa Saleh Fasala during the last election, 2016.
Ahmad Ba,
Oje Jallo. You talk about Wolofs, you talk about Jolas, and other people. Ibe Adam Barrow Fasal. So nimbi molbe Adam Barrow la kafo kono meni yalonko. E kalo ila fako sifatan fanzonati. Adam should go publicly to against that. But he cannot go and say, mo kata bi mistake wala alinga fasa bantala nga dum ko nga tonya fa. Oh, come on. That is a big blow. So Gambia no lenyanda keje pour ka lonko there is high time pour ka nyum mansa kew bon nyada because a mansa ke to me alonko abe lafirim pour ka nyum banko bol baratela lonka katalde. Ta fajara yaji be fabe do ko wala jela wo korda me yaji ya. No, go to Fajara Jibe for Doko is going on. Just go there. Nindoko Bekeri, you come back to Yajibe for Doko Bekeri. He knows he is going.
So if you got the 15 people that me alanko isulata wala purika extraordinary session imperica wake. Like what are you going to put before your colleagues in the National Assembly? Are you going to tell them, CD, we need to fire him? We don't need such a person in the assembly now. What are you going to do?
I don't want to preempt the decision of the assembly. Okay. Because that can influence the outcome and our debating pattern.
So, but knowing you from the majority and CD, you from the minority, I bought a demanding on La Carola. CD is from the majority. You think there will be any unanimous decision among your members? This is something we are
Molubek NPP le, Molubek government alliance kon many alonko. Handing government statement for Nyonyar, handing Masakuna statement for Nyonyar from the president. Ibelola deputy Bungotale CD Jalai. Wallahi, they are ready to, and they will do it. They will do it now, succeed. So the outcome of that, I cannot predict.
So how soon will it be? Like how soon?
It can be any soon. It can be any soon. Not a good number sort of. We meet our 15 numbers. It can be any soon.
From now against Friday? From here against next week?
It can be any time soon.
Anytime?
Yeah, it can be any soon. It can be any soon for us to have that one when we have the 15 people and people are signing. I don't want to say how many do we have. So, but people are signing, and obviously, if we get that one, that will be very good.
So, but having reaction from people, Molmi Alanko, some are within the government, and Model Bijemi Alanko, deciding with the government, they trust you with this process. It's a big trust, but also to me, like I think Banko doesn't want anybody to discriminate against us. Knowing contel that me alanko, we can be from diverse background, but we have one common cause. Irrespective of where you belongs to. I hope Deputy Bungo, they will be able to see the nation first. It's not about an individual, but it's trying to can the Banco direct towards the right direction, that nobody can discriminate against any tribe in the country.
There are flaws in the government, National Assembly members. They are pushing us to do this. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
There are flaws. Many they are not happy about city statement from the National Assembly. There are wolves. Many they are not happy about it. And of course, any other president, there are jolas. Many they are not happy about it. And anything. And what Barrow fails to understand is that kabiring si fatam fanso lafta dunna den government la ko kono do memo president Jammeh tinyaro keta and that was one of the reasons Meya Lonko and Mansakunda falling in 2016. That was one of the reasons pour ka jakon tol dama lemo kilindi mansa fela lota be si fatam fanso dunkan kono o talanga kafu nyoma ngawo Mansakunda bondeje jannim si fatam fanso be dunnan kono bankoti tahanyaro andu wakili ngola finta Barrow Mansakunda bari tirimbaliani tinyar jamal be kekam Barrow Mansakunda be yaay tande ko Mansakunda nyin katal Barrow le alon kala wato bantal Barrow le alon kala time bantal and he is going and there is no way Barrow cannot go. Until young people, until funding call paretalo and funding call, they are ready to do that one. You think these brutalizers me along with Babe can funding call, you funding call malo membe carry.
So but you think the election, I mean we've seen Chochol be warring, LR rate about Tundo Mendongaje, Molbe Nyo Sabak and Dulbe Kelekang and everything like Molbe, like the process, Karte Fayo Kaiti Dio and the election itself. Do you trust the IEC?
I trust IEC.
Okay.
I trust IEC so much. I trust the IEC so much. And I want to believe that they will be very transparent and impartial when it comes to 2026 presidential election. And of course, because I have seen IEC rejecting people.
Okay.
Many government members or escort and key members of the government have escorted people. Register. IEC rejected them. So that tells me how strong they would be. And there are so many complaints, many opposition only are forward to the IEC, and IEC has heeded to those things. Okay. And they listened and they have seen their complaints. They also advised as per the conduct of the political parties. So nte IEC trust le. But remember the government struggle to register people. That tells you how desperate they are. That tells you how desperate the government is. Let me tell you, government West Coast, they cannot touch that in the presence of Yankuba Dab. Wallahi, they know that very well. How that man conquered West Coast, they know that. They know that very well politically. Yankuba West Coast, how he won the minds of the women.
But unfortunately,
and the young
UDP
people
also know that they cannot touch KMC. How Talib also control KMC.
No. Because KMC is ours. KMC is ours. I can tell you, KMC is ours. This is why. Look at the separate survey. Look at the separate survey. Kabiri a first survey. Separate a first survey. Iko Talib Senu Dabo Baro and all us where Talib stood. And Kabiri a second survey after Talib's fracas with the UDP. Where the poll stands. You have seen that one. So that tells you the majority of the people who were voting for Talib then were UDP members. Were of course absolutely UDP members. And those are the same people, many alongo, they now shifted their attention to other place. Do you understand? So even KMC in Tolba winner, but I don't like talking about UMC that much because UMC are young people and they are one of us, many alongo. We don't look on. I don't think you left on a mood, If an left of opposition or left of Baro Boje. Central objective is that opposition has to unite. This is why, please, I would permit you to.
Yes, Saferoke, on one of your posts on Facebook talking about moral issues in our politics, Tajiko na political one. Kabiri yoke moral bije reactale, maybe you thinking of existing, to exit now from politics. Yeah, political. Yajeko dajiko mantraji. It's not for certain people. Then you want to quit. Oh, enya efeneja na political kon. Me yalonga me nyafa. You think we need to address level in our politics?
No, I cannot preempt mfangola. Sustainability in politics, I cannot preempt that. But you
are here in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm here in the meantime.
But at some point you think about quitting because you see something that you said off. It's upsetting me.
I will not say quitting, but I know it's so frustrating and demoralizing sometimes. Do you understand? And it looks like not the place for the young people, because I cannot be happy seeing the young people many along they can say this today sama yenaka fu be masa kunda menchele ke fongole naka fu woma and I cannot be happy about that system. And I cannot be sitting there ngaje ko mansa kunda membe nyimbe che kange at the end of the day ngaje ko akana muru mol kan akamendu jarabi wol kilon kamuri ka bulo kasay so it's so demoralizing. And
I think then you must be disappointed today if you have seen President Barola combo bi serekunda ma fon la tibagare mol findita jel fa moto bugala fila tamino ema waje
no dole beje ol kala fle nyaay man sa je do nabita they want to say kabira bina nata nyaadi la kabira beta data nyaadi some people want
that one could also give real support for him
no that's not support for him, but kaita ndika daji ko membe na political kono is so no a manita bakele pro daji ko sifa eter na political
so wala mundi inconsistency ni namba bi ni moy nyim fo sama e nyindo
inconsistency is one thing and impersonal attacks are another thing. This is why for me I can debate on people but we don't do, because I can argue at the floor of the National Assembly, but when it comes to personal level we can be so good because I'm not even harmful to anybody. Okay. And I'm not seeing people attacking me, my personality. This is why you don't see many politicians attack each other. Some will come here, but you have never seen anybody attacking the personality of Hon.Lamin Ceesay for even once since 2022 to date. And I have been doing politics all along. Do you understand? Because I don't want to engage into those type of politics. But Abekeka na Banko Kanyami is too much, both at the tribal level, both at the fundinke wala ma fangola ngaje fundinke wala be ba faka nyimba kono bari ngo fundinke dantangol je meni alon ko be kafu kam baro me be tinyarola waranto be police ol fasa kan ntol ko député bu ngoto man say police ol la nyanto kanta bari nintol findito police kilingol katarantol buluta lais kan yo it's so demoralizing, so intimidating fombe nenyem banko de dano lale ni tata jibe audit report kamembe bondi meni alon ko be tinyaro ke kan nyim mansa kunna most of them are youths. Many most of them are young people. Most of them karanalete. Funding ke wala muti. Imu funding ke wala karanalete wala be tinyaro ke kan yenteman. So sometimes you think, oh, is it really taking a lot of my time? I need a lot to do. You understand? As a young person, maybe probably I can serve at other part of the world. May along as a dunia na fano, as a banko na fano, rather than ngata deputy bungoto, because deputy bungoto taro dama man ke kumola for mol kama ka kende malefo. But the impact on the society, on the people you represent, the good change, the sustainability and the impact of what you say, that's what matters. It doesn't matter what good thing you say, but how those people feel that. That is the most important thing. You understand? At the end of the day, that is not reflecting on the lives and livelihood of the people. That is not reflecting on the life of the young people. Like until we have passed the bill against the torture.
They think also the opposition in parliament, they are not doing much. well, you stand out to be, vocal about things, about folk and deputy, but others still think that 15 or 16 UDP members that we have, together with NATO Alliance members, you could do better. But there is lack of coordination among the opposition in the House, and that is, giving the ruling party members the upper hand. Not in terms of numbers, but you can more in coordination and everything. They are more organized than you people, and
opposition is trying a lot. Opposition is trying a lot because every session ninga soto me alonko is an important business to look at the National Assembly. Opposition olka inka caucus hold for the minority caucus. Ngamit we look at the objective and the interest of the country and the debating pattern nga design according to that. So once we do that one, we go to the floor. And of course, you cannot expect every opposition to be equal in terms of eloquence and in terms of substance when it comes to deliberations. You don't expect everybody to be the same. But there are opposition many alonko. They are not as loud and as eloquent as some of us are, but they are very effective when it comes to parliamentary debate. Like Asantura in Bakau. Some people maybe we got a debate watch. Asan is a very powerful member of National Assembly, but he is soft-spoken. Like you talk about Honorable Musa Baji of Talinding. Honorable Musa Baji is a very powerful National Assembly member. Maybe some people are not watching him. Do you understand? And you have other opposition also who are very strong. When it comes to you have seen.
So this guy is okay. I'll number ke screen on yindo promole commando but Lamin Ceesay. He said I would like to exchange our Tumane MP. With Kiang, Kiang West MP. Please, I need help. So I don't know whether you want to help. Who is the National Assembly member for? Is it Tumani?
Honorable Tumanna. Honorable Mfali Kora. Honorable Mfali Kora.
Okay. So about folk and probably Fali. No. Mfali Kora. I think it was the guy who said, Malon Kiang, Malon Hari. He is my guy, though. Hello. Yeah. Ela money train set nyintala. Ibajala nganyomwe. Inimbara,
Lamin Marom from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Okay, Lamin Marom.
The better program, pretty large metric, and be congratulated la flow, graduation.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm Mr. Ceesay Kondo.
All right, be more can.
Welcome to the Mr. Ceesay. My fly quite Fadu Camera program make dialect.
Okay.
When 2016 divided already.
Defined 2026.
I told you 2060 fine
okay.
Already.
Okay.
And funa nyawning. Youth soul funding jol men kam ma ko men kete. E be famba don ngala membe ba ko ma political be je. President Baro deliver President Baro men ke Kia West. 50 years Kiang ko ya lonne. Kiang ko dare dangula de fo ade be kini siro men kan. Next election ade do sorgo.
Ngore fayda bara Kiane Lamin.
Ndabara badi bule.
Ade bara badi bule. Okay. Suleiman Sa wala tundo e bara men do la Suleiman Sa wala tundo to lem fa.
And in the border in the heart of body will be Janker. And what President Barola Bulu, don't let the video is Fenkel the
Sankundamba.
Sankundamba, and is the heart of body will be Jankele, but so body will President Barobul, men got Yamu, Central in law, all monkey body will be Janker, President Barobul, and I can't always see in Kerwan.
All right, Abaraga, thank you.
You understand?
Abaraga, thank you. All right, I like you.
Kontong teba sabale Helsinki Finland nga Honorable Ceesay kontong nga programo la mo lalbe kontong Politic Kaacha be alon ko akuma tan tol fe ba ke bawo e ka mol men sambana je banko ku wala katara kachala je.
Okay. Yeah.
Mbai tan la Honorable Ceesay la ko. Iye kumo mem fojang kuma kende balle mu andung ngeje wolto ibe lori wala nyama député bungoto.
Okay.
Ando mbako indila lale fanan ko momo be dipte bungoto do ko menna wallahi ite fawni alate ma yalo ne ko banko moli e mari ki nyine la priorité dia mu banko molu kangola ikane la personal interest dube ikana party interest dube banko la interest dube andu ite Ceesay ngeje wolon kan kungola kan mbeten to la kejai mba fola député ko tangoli ko ntolle ka carte di député la yeta represent woto ngakoro siro ke mankutol ninji kollale minni yalon ko tata je fan kungole nin carte fayo sita isita muri fango kan ye fango nin ka carte la katu molu kunin talabi andu ngalon ko politiko to membe je wala banko la interest bari ngalon ne ko nyimma sakunda ibe tinyaro da malla andung ko president Baro ya fo nyamen aya fo moli wala nyama biri ko president baro bari ngamira tam limiti la faja anduita manyana lola amman kumbode aynim foko linkom be fonyo la banko be tinyala la kuja male be tinyala ama ofode akala patiyele be tinyala which means president baro ya la patiyele kumandi banko la kuoti nantara ye dante banko la kuola fangola nsa understand ko nyinna ta banko do kuola bare hani atela kafo memu MPP ako wala be tayla nate ye fonyo sai patiyele teo arintola banko la teo jumale be jumale nato Hon.Lamin Ceesay mba fala liye ko President Baro abe famba tandolla abe pareri nyame mprate ke mansata ayetaria ndol fanande pareri nembe tariari ne anda te kala mansati jam kotenke ndo folali andun afo député kotongol ye député bungoto ko banko dingol ka te kala jam president oti sai itol sita mo nyini kalo ne katun tonge bula banko nyinol la je itol ne nyatli wala tol ko be barole je nim baro bite sila du no paki na eta nyola wo fo député li je ngeki wala
abaraka ala keba ara nga commander lalta nombal to me halon ko wala ba screen o nyinto al commandro ke woto nga nyin commander lata membe US hello yes mare
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Naam.
Yo, dalam Boubacar Silla de kontra lekka ka contribute programme.
Please, yeah, contribute.
Ya, mbe Lamin Ceesay kontra. Abe do kutendo min nati be modo Lamin Ceesay binta sengor na puro dalam. Kunun nem botanang Gambia anseda na US.
Okay.
Be do kutendo min na aning ibe sungol fanan kanta kan furkana bankola na flo tinyawo fanan betiada baji.
Okay.
Bari jaralla ka contribute dan won Sidun Jaya kumoti. Sidun Jaya kumo min fo amam mistake. Sidun Jaya ke mira nyamin ataji ko be nyamin ay wala fonti. Anon jarani ya korosi kumbo kuma chilimo demba sabali ya kuma chilimo la. Ngala audio je akaje fula konto ko. Ako baroye mol min be appoint fulollam so munati na fulollam ko may ita adama baro support la jalom si fanso woto Sidun Jaya kumo min fo anin demba sabali kumo min jili mala ate adama baro faranta ta kiyan aya ko kiyan ko ko kiyan mandin ka sate tiji ate ganye ta minato ate ganye ta minto e ka understand woto mandin ko nyanda woda bo fana musibatan fanso lati so akamta nyillam man sakundaru anun ate adama baro kilimo kadrin asita ibuka de ko ako ay engineer ay wala invite state house ibuka de ko ay wala invite state house mini anko wala be development of career bar aka ceiling aka wala invite nan state house woto jaralla to kamen fo Gambia no li alim be ngan hakilo to ngil to ko ila taka divide and rule leke andum banko titano divide and rule man sami yalon ko nyaton ko mi yalon ko ka si wol nin tengol dundi banko ka pitina wulin do lem banko mi yalon ko kabu ko Rwanda wol ka nin si ko le ye pitino le gelbe tinya ni ta tata dube Liberia wol Charles Taylor wala kaymo nin si ko le nin pitino wulin dige woto Gambia banko moni nyanta ke hakilo dum sa ko man sami yalon ko abe siri bari ndese min fo Gambia no le ko 2026 sital nyimman sakunda yalon ko ite ganyela election wala mbota nan Gambia lo kunun nan be bidan fudara e kunun nan fudara nan siya ite ganyela spenkola banu Lamin Ceesay ay kuma kilin ko ka ay IEC trust le IEC ndenge trust le kabbi bije ko data registration central lo bar minati na IEC ko ila matimo filita so propaganda finance tarano ko nyin konole nkane trust wo ya tinna no mambule no kampe
ora abaraka
matimo be fili no la nyaadi
ora thank you ora nga commander lalta nombal nyinto mi yalan ko o leben commandi kan sainteng al si commandro keno nga commander lalta mi yalan ko leben commandi kan mi yalan ko wolle ban commandi kan commander la dantano ni ngota drom si fenti studio nyin kono hello Bakary hello
Jara
yeah
Bakary Jaju Wisconsin US
all right Bakary
malum
Yeah, what about the Mandino? But I can, it will not be fair, no, the Mandumbi, no, come back in Kontonka.
Okay.
Kaja yellow to look at Mr. Ceesay.
Okay.
Mr. Ceesay, Kondong.
I be making a you.
From Kiang from Kiang, but I think we are the proudest Kianka to call in this program. Because name Mosiva Soto, Bankonya, but I'm Bankola called Minako, Akakachale. Any Mosiva Soto. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil but that was the kind of so one could not Malabon. Yeah, but come and see the local left of the money in the follow. Sitting Jay Musada Danalti. Sadadan and I will tell you the reason. You understand? City Yanam Biar and America in 2016 after James, during and after the impasse. City looked like them in the Piramutan Fana. But Alamurona. Mulman kudo lonje ala kuno ni o lonje kalu lokino ala ya da sadada la kam sadada no la kama. I can remember when I was in Burfoot. I was part of the escort, escort from Burfoot to Kairaba, our office of Kairaba. I was one of the extra guests. They were securing him. See, they cannot know what time I sadada no kumas. I remember another Kairaba no. Boysol finta ya bend wolu ni ngamu to be butekela. Ina to kala mola. And he was running like a thief. He started coming. I don't know what the Fajara I remember. I cannot link them through by the Yarala. Can I Merola? 5 hours. So Alhamdulillah, I settled that. But if you more blame la. Adam Boro when you know the blame because this is look at where we start. Okay. Not where he is today, but where we started. Right. We all made this sacrifice, not only me, not only you, not only Ceesay. Not only any other person or any concerned Gambian, mobile sacrifice in 2016. Some in front of the gun on the front line, but some will be off the local. You understand? So today I put all fingers in because he failed us as a nation and he failed us as a people.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much. Bakari. Okay, nganyong Commander Lara. Hello. Hello. Naam.
Barangnya kondo.
Ngejo.
Nyala dundang kondo Mr. Ceesay kaya kondo ngaja
Ora abi mai kan.
Okay, dalam comment la damal Adam Barrow la opposition oppositional hanya ya the challenge by one kana coalition okay. Hello Adam Barrow abukala kuma calculate because more than me kama intelligent. 2021 election Adam Barrow and in particular the coalition okay more than 6 different parties ning ata ringen da memfula abu opposition ni mella te fona ida mine and NP arfanal NPP da mailo mel ba kan coalition do alliance no be afo be albe lo alfoya ay be jenkendi and opposition no da one by one but na ka lo ka opposition no ko na one by one alen challenge na handa ade kan nyina fona okay plan nyom be ko la siri jala ko la en so one minute ni mo deciding jay blame la ay kanya Adam Barrow sidin jay na la nyimbe nyaanya man sembo so pour ka mo bayala do ko parce ama ko gon tele nga kar bayala do ko wala te nga ne ma avocat da ko promote ako ay president Adam Barrow ko la kay ko kar me anon ko ba promote ko ma ko man ko la wala ma ko ma be yudi be wat wala kar me anon ko be nyindo ko kar dila man ko le mo la be yudi te Adam Barrow wala silo di sidin jay la kaje ko man nyimo flo ila promotion ani ke ila appointment ni kamblo it's not only sidin jay so if people are considering sidin jay as a tribalist what about Adam Barrow
all right thank you
Adam Barrow
all right commander lal bashiyari ne boy na be nga wana wa mempo honorable ya ba bankane so we leave it at that many alan ko wolle man commandero my apologies for talata na la kote ke ngamur nang nga kacha ko wolle me yalan ko wolle be kerim banko kam barka fa honorable Ceesay baraka bake ay wato men da kanana nyum programme ro men fanam ben jibe kam ka fali ala baraka bake alka wato men da ka bula na programme no mami yalan ko ka wole kale yes honorable ngalon kuma kan obe bule la fa kamen di janem be fintida
oh thank you na brother Ibrahim baraka bake pour kan invite nam pour kan ni banko mole kacha meni be Gambia la ni meni be Gambia bantala pour kan na banko la al halo kacha na banko be tamaka nyaadile anabe man sakunda bulu nyaadile pour ko kacha kulti melon ka kuma da bake. But my last word is that pour cambianol nga kaf nyoma oppositional, particularly for opposition, please permit me to say that for oppositional nyantele ye unite. Opposition has stopped attacking each other. Opposition attack that has to stop. Opposition berla firing nyela pour ka nyum man sakunda bondi nyar. So nga kafu nyoma nga jibembe man sakunda bondi la nyato nyamin. It's better than oppositional damaleta in loggerhead. But nga joko betala kan benyinte momento because coalitional or discussional or oketa key pillar in those things. So pour ka nga kafu nyoma nga nyum banko but anim funding ke ulin sa kalam ta ko nyum banko mantara funding ke la quarter funding ke uli report mendi na député mo ko funding ke mem fata nyin dio kono nyin sanji dantong ko na tara fo funding ke wili moi funding ke wili moi ni wol be fata ndio kono sungut ni wol be wol kono musol be wol kono kamma ni wol be wol kono dol be wol kono men yalon ko ye musol ni dingol leto sol ko yol be ke baye wolti yo musol ke kentan wolti wol be be nyin sa so nga kaf nyoma nga nyum mansa kunda bondi nyaato isa jen sa mansa kunda kendo nati no 2026 me yalon ko abelola funding ke woli abelola musol ye abelola nyum banko mo la ko kunda isa je ko ni karo fata ni ye joni tara so kono isa fendino dimbal ite tarle mirano komal ila jaralo fanan sitara kalisarin ila karon fanan sitara kalisarin wol be be jel men yalon ko kumar so kamala dronga fo gambian ole al nga kafu nyoma let's unite as Gambian young people itolle alon ko katal andi bitale fana so let's unite, let's keep the ball rolling pour kaje ko ngany government change and we are resistant and we are ready to take anything pour kaje ko kany masakunda fale and inshallah masakunda be final in 2026.
Ora ala baraka bake fotalata nala ngamurna ngana programme do di yalla Ibrahima Jara Hon.Lamin Ceesay wala benum fe wanyama ala baraka bake.
Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, AfriCell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, AfriCell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
It's an amazing offer. AfriCell mobile money just got way better. The threshold for cash in and cash out on your AfriMoney has been increased.
Where it used to be 10,000 per transaction, now it has been increased to 30,000. Meaning, your AfriMoney account, you can now withdraw and deposit up to $30,000 at once.
Cashing in and out just got 3 times easier. For more info, call 777.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Looking for the perfect home away from home in the Gambia? Welcome to BC's Residence, your ideal short-stay apartment in the heart of Bundung. Whether you're visiting for business, pleasure, or an extended stay, BC's Residence offers you the comfort, convenience, and privacy you deserve. Enjoy spacious, well-appointed accommodations in a peaceful neighborhood just behind Nusrat High School. Our residence combines modern amenities with authentic Gambian hospitality, ensuring your stay is both comfortable and memorable. At BC's Residence, you are not just booking a room, you're finding your perfect base to explore all that the Gambia has to offer. Ready to book your stay? Contact us today. +220 941414 bcsresidence@gmail.com. BC's Residence, Bundung, behind Nusrat High School. Your comfort is our priority.
Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or up-country routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221-1668.
Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.